All right, guys, so we should actually be up and live on both platforms. I'll check that in just a moment. It looks like, yes, we are actually live here inside of YouTube. Let's drop the sound away there. Looks like we are also actually back live inside of Facebook as well. And I have to go and check these things because specifically, I think Facebook got a little perturbed with all of my YouTube activity and started limiting a bit of my reach. And it actually put me in a form of jail where I was unavailable to go live. And I'm not, I'm just being funny with this part right here, but I'm not even sure if maybe they hooked up with Zoom because Zoom was acting a plum fool as well. So, actually, what I'm talking to you guys about today is literally how to manage your temperament during this crisis. So, that's what I've titled today. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see what I have up here on the screen. We can make this a quick one today because obviously I have some posting and some catching up to do um, with getting you guys up to date. I haven't been able to go live. Like I say, I think Facebook got a little perturbed with all of my activity on YouTube. But so what? So what? So what I actually ended up doing on today was yesterday on last night was putting up a post with regards to something I think we all need to be very, very, very much aware of at this time. And that is that while all of these social media platforms, especially with me being online and letting you guys know the best possible way to make money at this time using a lot of these free platforms, one of the things that I need to also make you very much aware of is the opportunity to make sure that you own every piece of what you can with regards to the platform. So let me see, I'm getting a couple of things pulled up here on my screen. Let me get my volume dropped away. I want to make sure that I can see all comments that come in. So I'm pulling everything up here on my screen as well. If I sound a little crazy, it's because I'm splitting my attention just to make sure that I can see comments as they come in. So just bear with me one more second. I'm going to get this shared out um, into my group, and then I'm going to, there we go, found it. How to manage your temperament during a crisis. And I'm going to make sure that I jump right over into my spiel, who I am, why I'm here, why I'm giving this information to you guys today. I just wanted to make sure that I had everything up and operating so that I can see your comments as they come in. Sometimes my screen acts a little funny, doesn't want to show me everything, but what's new, right? Right now, what's new? I'm not shocked at all. Because Facebook started acting a little funny, I began to expand my reach over on YouTube, and then Facebook took the opportunity to lock me out for a couple of days. I also had looked at some of my information. I had to go in and verify passwords and everything because it appeared that I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, like someone was trying to hack my account. And I guess that may have also triggered them shutting down my ability to go live. I was not able to put posts with links up or anything like that. So, hey, what I'm here to discuss with you guys is crucially important, and literally it's a life-saving tool, and it's how to manage your temperament during a crisis. So literally, you all know, and if you don't know, I don't know what rock you have been under, but you all know we are living in a critical time right now. And because of this critical time that we are actually living through, we need to learn how to manage our temperament. So, to give you some information about why I feel that I am qualified to share this information with you. Having not introduced myself, let me take a moment to do that. My name is Martina Britt Yelverton. I am a brand master, a cash flow queen, and income strategist, a Google My Business educator, as well as a ambassador with the City of Knightdale Chamber of Commerce. I have a daily goal to educate people in its full capacity. But my start or my nesting or my foundation started in branding. So when I talk about this, I talk about it in the capacity to brand you, educate you, and to help you. and then in the end result, ultimately leave a legacy. That is what I desire to do each and every time that I go live. If I'm not teaching you branding information, I'm educating you on branding or social media, or free software tools or financial education. But the bottom line is my goal is to help you and ultimately help you leave a legacy. That is a directive. And we all want to be, depending on what our different beliefs are, we all want to be operating in his will. And I feel like my will is to help people leave a legacy, to follow the directory and the directive in, I believe it's Deuteronomy 8 and 18, to leave a generation proof, right? To leave something for your children's children. And that is my goal. So, in doing that, for the past 12 years, I've been able to help some pretty native novice startups and ministries, some churches, literally some home-based businesses, some small corporations, daycare centers, authors, get their brand together, get their professional face together. And additionally, even with all of that, here in the last 4 years, I've been able to help the MLM and network marketing industry a lot, over 100 of the representatives, the associates or independent business operators, depending on what your title is, what your company is. It really does not matter to me, your company, your product, your service, your knowledge base, whatever it is that you need help with regards to branding, education, financial education, getting found on Google, or learning how to get paid daily. That is my directive to help you. And that is what I do. So if you've struggled in any of these areas, then literally I am your go-to girl. And I've been referred to quite frequently as your go-to girl for graphics you can actually manage yourself, simplified graphics that you can actually manage yourself. A lot of people don't have the high-end prices that are required to get a professional brand. So I literally give you the foundational steps on how to get started with that so that you can actually manage it yourself. There are things that you need to know about logo design, business card design, banner, postcard, any type of print media, web media, and social media. These are the three foundational areas that you need to solidify your brand. And my job is to make that a simplified process for you. I do that for free for 30 days. And then after which time you have an elective where you can actually go into a monthly $19 per month subscription. You don't have to. You can get everything you need in the first 30 days, and then you can go out there and run what you have created yourself and do what you need to do to get paid. However, it is suggested that you stay in, that you go through the full 7 week course that is offered. And if you're trying to find out whether or not you are in need of what I have, then you can go over to bit.ly /brand master blueprints, bit.ly /brand master blueprints. When you go here, it's going to bring you to the brand master coaching area that is set up. And in this area, you are available to select the first option to get coached. Here inside of the get coached tab, you will see the 30-day brand. It's a free elite group coaching, and it allows you to literally go through and see everything that's in the 7 week course for free for 30 days, after which time you will be billed via a PayPal invoice or your PayPal subscription button, whichever way you opted in. And if you choose to opt out, that's not a problem at all. What I really need for people to understand is there are some core components that are covered here in the 7 weeks that allow you to begin to do things like adjust your mindset, because being an entrepreneur is extremely difficult. Having the correct temperament is extremely difficult, especially during a crisis, because everything's going haywire, right? And you don't really, have that firm footing. Right now, a lot of people are without gainful employment, and they're having to figure things out. And so what I have been endeavoring to do this month of March was to go live each and every day around 12 noon, giving you information, giving you access to free tools, giving you a little bit of overview information of options that you have using your own intellectual property. So if you're thinking a certain thing and you understand that everything comes from the mind, everything comes from creation, there's nothing new under the sun, there are only redesigns or enhancements or some leveling up, then you can understand how your mind is a gold mine. And literally everything that you operate with today, everything that you see in your hand today came from somebody's mind. And if you can realize what potential your mind has, you are available to think your way through a temperament. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because trust and believe it's not. It is not easy right now to be living in the world, in the current chaos that is going on, and to keep the correct temperament. But you have to, right? You have to realize who you are, whose you are, and who is in control. And literally pay attention to that so that you can operate in the right mindset, that you can operate in the right spirit, and that you can operate with the right temperament. So I've titled today, how to manage your temperament during a crisis, because I need for you guys to understand how crucially important your mind is, right? And if you are not surrounding yourself with the right type of information, with the right type of motivation, with the best type of inspiration, because inspiration comes from within, motivation comes from without. And so it's better to operate with inspiration, but sometimes you could do for a little motivation, right? Sometimes you could listen to a little Les Brown. You can listen to a little, Dr. Eric Thomas. You can listen to a little bit of um, Zig Ziglar. You can listen to a little bit of Mr. Bob Proctor to get your mind right, right? But regardless of how much you listen to, it's more important for you to go within, for you to look for your own inspiration so that you can manage your temperament, right? So it's been frustrating not to be able to go live and stay on the schedule, to pay attention to my mind map, and to do what I had decided to do and how I had set up my schedule to help people. That's been pretty frustrating, right? I put up a post last night to get people to understand the seriousness of when you utilize even a free tool like Facebook. And I asked the question, what would you do if you woke up and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube were all gone, right? Similar to how a lot of people during this crisis have literally woken up to being laid off, being furloughed, right? Being sent home to work from home, and maybe at home they didn't even have the resources to be able to work properly from home. Is your Social Security secure? Do you even get a pension, or were those snatched away? Have you already began to drain your savings account? I mean, even though all of this is temporary, because this too shall pass, the questions that I ask is, how will you sustain your household? How will you grow online? Because remember, we are all in this state of a semi quarantine, some of us completely quarantined, some of us semi quarantine. How can you make money? How can you continue to keep the lights on, keep food on the table? And so it's very important that you pay attention to everything that's going on, because I've stated here next that in the last 12 years that I've operated a business, if you have not opted in, purchased, received a free product, gotten on my email address, if all of these social media platforms were to shut down, how is it that you would continue to be in contact with a client base? How is it that you would continue to share your knowledge? How is it that you would continue to maintain your homes? And so I felt that because I wasn't getting the reach that I was really looking for, I went off of my personal page for a while, and I really focused on my business page for a while, which grew amazingly. And then I also noticed that some of my followers on the profile, even though I wasn't active on the profile, they increased, which was great. I began posting like really helpful, educational, and let's see if I can get this screen to come up, educational, financial information. And because I was giving that information out, I felt like um, Facebook started to limit me. So here on the business page, let's see, I'll show you. Here on the business page, if you'll go over here to the videos area, and the business page is Family First Designs. If you have not had an opportunity to go and follow this page, please do so at this time. But over here on the business page, if you'll go down here to the videos, you will see a consistent delivery of free information on how to use a lot of different free softwares. We talk about Placeit, we talk about Canva, we talk about Bitly, we talk about Google, to show you guys how you can set up some things using your own intellectual property. How you can actually hire your kids that are in the house with you right now, probably eating you out of house and home, to actually work with you. So a lot of the expenses that you are incurring right now, you can write them off on your taxes. That is really, really important. Did you know that each child is worth $12,400? Each child a piece, $12,400. So if you are a $100,000 earner and you're able to knock off $25,000 in deductions, wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you want to lower your tax bracket? You're already using your internet. There's some more money. You're already using your mobile device in most cases. There's some more money. You're using a specific area in your home regularly and consistently. Why not have a home-based business and write off that square footage of your home, a portion of your utilities, a portion of your water, your trash bill? When you get in your car and you travel, a portion of your mileage, if not all of your mileage. There are so many different things that you don't know that you are losing because you do not have a home-based business. And I educate and teach and train on a lot of those things and was doing it consistently. And I guess Facebook got a little bit jealous because not only was I doing and sharing that information on Facebook, I figured out how to concurrently run the exact same information at the exact same time here on my YouTube channel without having to have two different devices. Okay. And those views began to pick up. So here is where on the YouTube channel that I have those very same videos, consistent delivery of content. And what I'm hoping, and I'm really hoping did not happen, is that my reach was limited due to that. I would hope not. But either way, one of the things that I say in here was that if you have not had an opportunity to go over to bit.ly/BrandMaster Blueprints and literally opt in to get some free content, I don't have your information. So if all of these social media platforms were to shut down, I would have no way to continue to deliver you content, right? Because as you see here, where is that located? 2,357 friends. 2,357 friends. I guarantee you, I do not have all 2,357 emails. So if this particular platform were to shut down, there's a large amount of people that would not have access to my information. If the 600 and some odd followers that I have here on this platform, if YouTube were to shut down, I would not have access to those subscribers. Same thing with the brand new Instagram followers, with the longevity-based Twitter followers, with the longevity-based LinkedIn connections. I believe I have a couple hundred LinkedIn connections over there. I'm not on LinkedIn as well as I should be. I do need to get better with that, but the 220 connections that I have here on LinkedIn, if all of these platforms were to shut down, I would not have access to be able to continue to educate, train, teach, and help these people level up. So that's what I was talking about in this post. Being ahead of the game, using your brain, thinking through the potential of what could happen, and maybe setting yourself up for success is one of the best ways you can literally manage your temperament during a crisis. Now, I said one of because the first and foremost for me is to definitely be praying. But that is a spiritual journey. I'm referring to a social media and a financial journey here because a lot of people don't realize how prepared they are not because they don't have a financial plan. They don't have, a blueprint or a team of people letting them know the best possible uses and changes or adjustments to their finances. People are losing on their job because they don't have their W-4 filled out correctly. So they're overpaying in taxes and they're getting excited by 4 months into the next year getting a refund. And if you guys don't recognize, it means again, fund means your money. So people are losing money all year long and then getting excited a year and 2, 3, or 4 months later when they get their money back, minus the interest that the government kept and minus the taxes that they're going to tax you on that money again. Right? So again, if you had a team of experts that set your W-4 up correctly to make sure you only pay the taxes that you're responsible for, and the rest of that tax money stays in your check, stays in your home, then maybe you could avoid interest on credit cards that you're driving up. Maybe you could avoid taking out payday loans. Maybe you could avoid bankruptcy altogether. Maybe you could avoid some of those late payment fees if you had that money in your check all year long versus waiting a year and a few months to get that money back. Again, being prepared, being knowledgeable and connected to people that can explain that to you. So if you want to know more about that, you want to definitely hit me up, let me know what it is that you need, because I can get that information for you. It's on all of my business pages. But I'm here. I'm here to ask the question before you opt in and pay for anything. I'm here to answer those questions. I'm here to help you manage your temperament right now, because you're going to be thrown in a lot of different directions, given a lot of information right now that could be wrong, that could be taking advantage of your lack of knowledge about a situation. And I want to help you avoid that. Okay. So in my opinion, the best way to manage your temperament right now is to get educated, to get information, to think your way out of certain situations, to get prepared. Because this, as I don't even know what day quarantine we're on, but this still is just the beginning. Excuse me, I had to take a sip there. This still is just the beginning. This thing is just getting underway real good. Okay. And so I'm really hoping to be able to help you understand. If you have not had an opportunity to read this post, I'm not sure if me being able to be live today means that I'm actually out of, I don't know, Facebook quarantine, whatever in the world happened. I'm not even sure. But I just posed the question, a very serious post. If all of the social media was gone today, how in the world would you continue to sustain? How in the world would you even start to grow online? And it's very important that if I do not have your email address, or if you are on this friends list, and I don't even think I shared this to my timeline today, or it would have shown up right there. That was a mistake on my part, and I know it's after the fact, but I'm gonna still go ahead and do it now. What's going on, Koresha? So good to see you, my friend. So good to see you. Let's see if it'll allow me. Nope, won't allow me to share there. Let's try over here. Put it up, 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 up. I don't think I have this saved in my no, I don't. Let me just hit share really quickly. I just laugh sometimes the way this technology works. Now, any other day, it would do exactly what I wanted it to do. Today, it ain't doing nothing I want it to do, but that's all right. I'll get it shared. I'm here for my lunch and learn. Good deal. Good deal. So guys, that's just what I'm bringing a little bit to your awareness today. I give you a lot of information. As you see, I teach and train and I educate on a lot of different free tools that you can use, but understanding utilizing a free tool, if that free tool goes away, if you actually do not own, number one, the content, if you do not own the actual list of people that are your clientele, that are your customers, if you actually don't have that information somewhere separately. And let me show you one way that you can actually do that before I go. So if I go up here and I go to my friends list, one of the things that I would suggest that you do, so that at least you can begin by having the friend's name, is somewhere in Facebook. I'll find it in a moment, but it allows you to download your Facebook content. Doesn't mean that you own it, but at least you'll have a copy of it. You would go in here and you would literally, I'll see if it'll allow me to do it. File, let's see if it'll let me print. And I'm going to say, okay, great. It'll let me say save to my Google Drive. So it's going to try and take 3 pages of information, which of course I want it to do more than that. And I'm going to see if it will allow me to do it. But there's a way that you can, yes, download it. I'll find that in a minute. but I'm going to see if it will allow me. I'm on my MacBook. Y'all know I hate this MacBook. No, excuse me. I'm MacBook challenged. Let me correct my terminology because I don't need this joker to stop working. But I am MacBook challenged. And I'm wondering if I can go, if it will allow me to see, that'll take all day. But I know on my desktop, there's a way that I can select the beginning of the first name and I can select the end button, and it will go all the way down to the very end of my friends list. And it'll let me highlight and select each name. And when I do that, if I go into my file, let's say print, it will allow me to do my selected, only my selection. And see, that page number just went from 3 to 5. So right now, these are the 5 that I've selected. And so I would actually be able to save to my Google Drive 5 pages, and I would be able to see the names of each and every person that I have on my friends list. So at least that is a start to me having access to 2,000 some odd friends that I would be able to get in contact with, right? Outside of a social media platform. I suggest you do that on all your platforms, that you go into your YouTube and solidify a copy of your list, that you solidify a copy of all of the people that you are in contact with, just in case the internet does choose to shut down. And I mean the internet, which means maybe your mobile devices still don't work. Who knows? I'm just saying that outside of free platforms, you don't own the information. So if they go down, you no longer have access to that source of income. No different from your job, no different from a piece of land you do not own that your house is sitting on, but you own the house. No different from owning the house, no different from not owning the house, but owning the land. No different from leasing your car. The world is extremely unstable now. And I'm just simply saying, find the best way to think ahead. Number one, be prayerful. But number two, get educated and think ahead on how you can best prepare yourself in case things continue to get worse. So I hope that it wasn't received that was a doom and droom, Is that it? Droom and doom. I don't even know how to say it. Today's live was about how to manage your temperament. And I just think that it's best if you are educated on how to be best prepared for a situation so you can actually have the opportunity to work through it. That's my time for today. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully I will stay back. Hopefully whatever, bug Facebook had up their butt, they will not allow it to run rampant again and shut down my ability to go live. Either way, I have solidified myself quite nicely over here on YouTube, and I will be increasing the subscriber number as well as the video displays here on YouTube. And I will finally start to get busy here on LinkedIn so that I can continue to get my subscriber connections and followers count up. So in the event that something continues to happen crazy like this with social media, I will still be able to reach my audience on my other platforms. To your success, guys, I hope you have found some peak information in this today, and it will allow you to make some slight shifts and changes in how you actually operate on social media. Again, my name is Martina Britt Yelverton. Again, I am excited to always brand you, educate you, and help you. And if for any reason there's a topic that you are not being educated on that I could possibly know, please drop that information so that I can see how I can assist you with that. And my goal is to see you guys over the weekend, but most importantly, God willing, I'll see you guys Monday, 12 noon. Talk to you soon.